Good evening, I'm Linda Breen and I'm a Carlsbad resident. Tonight the council is considering a proposal by Mayor Hall and his representative Nicholas Hammond to change the land use. I understand Sandag has targeted this area for much needed affordable housing. Why would the city staff support this change when 18 months ago they opposed a similar proposal for the Circle K? And why did the Planning Commission vote to recommend it to council for final approval? This seemed ridiculous to me, so I investigated through public records requests and online research. My preliminary investigation has uncovered the appearance of political coercion of city staff in making a decision against the public interest to enrich Mayor Hall. I have here in my hand copies of emails detailing this. Item 1, the initial position of the planning staff, police department, and fire department appears to have been unsupportive of the change. In December, Don New, planning director, sent an email to a city staff member. I quote, "I don't remember the location. Evidently, there are serious concerns from fire prevention relative to the type of use. I think we have already taken the position that distilleries are not listed in the village master plan and are therefore not allowed." End quote. In May, Corporal Mike Ernst, Carlsbad Police, who is listed as being in charge of ABC permits, sends an email to another city staffer. I quote, "Typically, our position with respect to that particular area of the city would be to protest due to overconcentration of alcohol licenses and high crime area. A few years ago, the Circle K tried to amend their alcohol license to allow for the sale of hard liquor, to which we adamantly opposed." Item 2. On the morning of May 23rd, there was a miraculous change of heart for one city staffer. What happened in a 2-hour period on that day? At 10:08 a.m., Glenn Van Pesky, Director of Community and Economic Development, sent an email to Austin Silva about the project. I quote, "It requires some time for coordination with PD. We cannot do this on the fly in an attempt to keep their current hearing date, so unless he," talking about Nicholas Hammond, "wants to go forward with a staff recommendation for denial and hash it out at Planning Commission, we need to bump the hearing date, but the choice is his." 10 minutes later, Austin Silva forwards this email to Nicholas Hammond. Approximately 2 hours later at 12:22, Nicholas Hammond, Mayor Hall's representative for the land use change, sends an email to Glenn Van Pesky. I quote, "Glenn, thank you for the conversations today in working through our amendment. I just want to confirm a few items. Staff will be submitting a request for approval to Planning Commission and City Council. Our Planning Commission date has moved to the next available meeting. That is a miraculous change, and I am very impressed at Nicholas Hammond's ability to influence." Item 3. On May 23rd, Glenn Van Pesky assured Mayor Hall's representative, Nicholas Hammond, that the staff would approve the change and expedite the Planning Commission presentation. On May 25th, Mr. Van Pesky assured Carlsbad Police Lieutenant Chris Boyd that he would not be telling Mr. Hammond anything, not admitting that he had already told Mr. Hammond that it was a done deal. City staff met on June 6th, which was theoretically to allow the staff to decide upon a unified recommendation, but the decision to support the change had already been agreed upon with Mayor Hall's representative, Mr. Hammond. Moving to item 4, the Planning Commission meeting. In the Planning Commission meeting on June 21st, planning staff, fire department representative, and police department presented a unified recommendation. Of 7 planning commissioners, 2 were absent. The vote was 3-2. At least 2 of the commissioners supporting the distillery can be argued to have serious conflicts of interest. First, Planning Commissioner Lisa Rodman is Executive Director of the Agua Hedionda Foundation. On June 29th, 8 days after the Planning Commission meeting, Matt Hall's representative, Nicholas Hammond, announced a partnership with the foundation on Facebook with hashtags GiveBack and supporting nonprofits. Fundraising help to a foundation could easily have a direct impact on the salary of the executive director. This is a conflict. Second, Planning Commission's chair, Jeff Siegel, is a principal in the public relations firm By Design. By Design's website shows a testimonial from Mayor Hall, which I will not read, but you have a piece of paper with it. In addition, By Design's website also shows a testimonial from the City of Carlsbad's fire chief. It appears that Mayor Hall's campaign and the City of Carlsbad have both given business to Jeff Siegel's firm, resulting in a conflict of interest. Item 5, city staff delayed responding to my public records request. Their response was not complete. They were not timely. According to the law, the city staff is supposed to give me a response within 10 days, and if they need more time, they are expected to tell me why there is a delay. I received no information. My requests are not complete. I do not believe this is according to the law, and I have not received all the information that I am expecting. Item 6, in conclusion, city staff was initially against the change prior to being aware of Mayor Hall's involvement, consistent with their previous position in opposing a hard alcohol license for the Circle K. They originally said no to the project, they had a history of saying no to a similar project, and now they are supporting it for the mayor's property. What changed, other than the staff becoming aware that Mayor Hall is a landowner applying for the change, and Nicholas Hammond is simply his representative? And planning commissioners appear to be trading favors with Mayor Hall. I oppose this change because...
Okay, Ms. Breen,
Yes.
you've exceeded the red lights.
I will say one more sentence. I will say one more sentence.
We have a copy of what you
I
submitted.
object
so
to
we can-
endangering children and damaging the quality of life.
Please turn up the
simply to
microphone. We're going to
benefit
take a
the
few
mayor.
moments
Thank
break
you.
and we're going to learn some decorum for this one.